With Harley Quinn Birds of Prey currently playing in cinemas, it felt appropriate to examine yet another feature that concerns Harley's breakup with the Joker, the animated Batman and Harley Quinn, which features Batman and Harley Quinn joining forces, accompanied by Nightwing, in order to stop the evil deeds of Poison Ivy and the Floronic Man. The film begins promisingly with a well-judged balancing of self-aware humour and genuine conflict, and quickly abandons both merits. The performance of veteran Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy is capable. Veteran Robin and Nightwing voice actor Loren is capable. Newly appointed Harley Quinn voice actor Melissa Rauch of The Big Bang Theory is often forced in miscasting the role. Though, due to providing several strong moments, the film never truly suffers in this particular regard. Several of the many issues within this film lie within the writing. After some early scenes, the characters are reduced to their most simplistic, bland and uninvesting possible forms. Batman is just intense, Harley is just hyperactively childish, and Nightwing is just there. I guess Loren was given less to work with. The same issues apply to the villains of the piece. Poison Ivy and Floronic Man are just environmental extremists. A case could be made that Ivy is only ever presented as an environmental extremist. However, her important and complex relationship with Harley is never properly utilised, resulting in an underdeveloped contrivance near the end of the film. Moreover, the evil plot of Poison Ivy is treated incidentally and often forgotten, yet during random interludes it is suddenly once again treated as a desperate matter. The runtime is short, and yet due to a fairly simple plot, the film is horrendously bloated, usually by extremely misplaced and bafflingly childlike toilet humour, and equally misplaced obnoxious sex references, because that is what the Batman mythos has always needed. Extremely confused intentions and tonal inconsistency are the primary elements from which resulted every other criticism made in this video. The mood is surprisingly similar to Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. I genuinely mean that. Like Schumacher's flop, it aimlessly and chaotically fluctuates between a totally inconsequential, mindless parody to slightly humorous but otherwise a dramatic standard superhero story, and fails spectacularly in both areas due to the non-committal feel. Adding to the confusion is the fact there are several indications this is set within the universe of Batman the Animated Series. Shared writers and voice actors, similar artwork, etc. Despite the fact the attitude of this film totally contradicts the mood created by that series. I am far from opposed to a comedic visioning of the Batman mythos. In fact, my favourite live-action Batman property is the 1966 series. But a chief driving force of that show's appeal was its clear intention. Batman and Harley Quinn also displays moments of egregious and amusing fan service. An almost interesting appearance from Swamp Thing late in the film ultimately proves completely irrelevant and unfunny. Now, some may think that the mention of a Swamp Thing appearance is a spoiler, but this is not the case, since the film has already spoiled itself by being made. Yet more frustrating is the fact that the film's premise regarding Batman and Harley joining forces to defeat a villain connected to her is based on an episode of the animated series, to the point that both include a scene where Harley performs a song in a bar full of criminals, and yet the execution of that episode in the series was much more successful in every regard than this feature-length film. Even ignoring this context, the few positive features Batman and Harley Quinn offers, serviceable art style, occasionally successful humour, and mostly reasonable voice acting, are not only readily available on several other superior animated Batman features, they're also marred, in this particular case and in my personal opinion, by obnoxious humour, a totally misjudged tone, an overly simple, aimless plot, and lackluster characterization. Batman and Harley Quinn earns a 4 out of 10. I sincerely hope and sincerely believe that Birds of Prey will provide a more flattering representation for Harley Quinn and a generally superior viewing experience. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you in the next video, I'll assume that you watched Batman and Harley Quinn, and such was your disgust at that film that you vowed never to watch any media ever again. I'm in the phone booth, it's the one across the hall. If you don't answer, I'll just ring it off the wall. I know he's there, but I just had to call. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. Hang up and run to me.